You can create the life that you love. Carl Jung says that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will think of it as fate. Take a journey to know your true self and expand your life into unlimited possibilities.
Welcome back to Debbie and Dr. Rob, and we're here by the fire answering some questions. This one comes from Elle in Los Angeles, and she asks, how do you begin to live life as your higher self?
That's a pretty big question, but there's to understand what your higher self is, you have to understand what it is not. One of the ways to look at that is to understand your ego. And your ego is really your conditioned responses to the world. And it's protective, it's limited, it's fearful, it's trying to keep you alive in survival mode and repeating patterns and keeping you together. And it's not a bad thing, but your higher self has a different quality. Your higher self is really a part of you that sees possibility, that doesn't see limitation, it sees only opportunities. The higher self wants to grow. It never wants to shrink or play it safe. It wants to grow and take risks and expand and be more expansive. It doesn't worry like, oh, am I being too big or too loud? It just wants to just shine. And it really doesn't care what other people think. It's really this really expansive, honest way to be. And so if you want to start living your true self, you don't have to go to a monastery in India or take a retreat. You could do that, but you could start right now today. And this is a very easy exercise that you can do every morning when you get up. So when you wake up in the morning, your mind will start to talk to you. And I don't know if you notice, but there's a little voice in your head that starts narrating your life, and that's your ego. And there's another aspect of your mind that's actually listening and paying attention to those thoughts. So we call that the witness or your higher self. So in the morning, just spend 5 minutes and just watch yourself from a witness standpoint, listening to the crazy chatter that your mind says, like, oh, I got to get to work, I'm tired, I should have slept more last night, I got these bills to pay, and just watch from a witness standpoint. And that is how you start to access that higher self. And then as you go throughout your day, practice non-judgment. Practice seeing things as whole and perfect and beautiful, and just watch how your mind slips into judgment of making things right or wrong, good and bad, that duality. And when you start to see these two parts of your mind operate, and you start to recognize your ego versus your higher self, you'll start to begin to act with your higher self more and more. So obviously there's a lot to understanding your ego and the shadow work that we do in individuation. But if you wanted to start today, you don't have to wait to go on your next spiritual retreat. You can start today, pay attention to your thoughts, and start to see the difference between your ego and that silent, amazing, powerful voice that is just an energy of love and support that is following and wanting you to have more in your life. And when you listen to that voice, that is just go for things, that you can do it, that powerful force that's propelling you forward to grow, that is your higher self. And as you keep listening to it, it'll keep answering back. So that's the answer to my question.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question on how to start living as your higher self. And we'll see you next time.
Take care. Bye-bye.